Hello, everyone. This is the Crypto Jarhead again. Real quick, I want to say thank you for all the views that I had yesterday. The video that I posted yesterday had more views than the rest of my videos combined. So I'm pretty excited about that. I like that a lot. Means more people are watching, more people are kind of liking what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep going. Today, I've noticed the past couple of days, a lot of people asking, should I lend? Should I sell? What do I do? So I figured I would give kind of a breakdown of how much money you could expect after certain periods of time, certain price points been met, to kind of help you, give you some information on whether to lend or hold or sell or whatever you would like to do. Now, keep in mind, this video is going to assume a few things. It is going to assume, for example, that Croesus is around for 6 months. Because when you're dealing with factors that you don't know, that you have no way of knowing, you have to make an assumption for math to be able to work. And it's a little messy because you could be wrong in your assumptions. Now, a couple more assumptions I'm going to make out the gate is that the initial price point of $28, where we're going to start our second loan, according to the plan, the sample plan from yesterday, we're going to assume that that is met in 1 month. The reason I picked 1 month is looking at pricing trends historically on these coins. They normally open at a certain amount. The first day or two, possibly, it will rise up by anywhere from $2 to $10, and then everyone that was excited about it, that wanted to get on the ICO and missed it, has bought in, and then no one's buying. People are selling. So the price is going to go down sharply. And it'll stay down for anywhere from 3 days to a week. But then people are going to get excited about it. They're going to start buying back in, and the price will go up, and it will continue to go up from there. And I've noticed that on the majority of the ones that I have looked at, by the end of the first month, 2x of the initial price point is not unreasonable to expect. It has happened quite a few times. So I'm assuming that we're going to hit our first price point of $28 to start our second loan after 1 month. With the information I have, I think that's a safe-ish assumption to make. The next assumption I'm going to make is that we're going to hit our last price point in the 4th month. At some point in the 4th month is when we're going to hit our $56 price point to start our last loan, which is why you will see after the 5th month, another loan is added, plus the sale of the remaining tokens that we were going to do. Okay, so up at the top here, we have the initial, if you just sell all of those tokens that you had, which would be 7,800 tokens to begin with, if you remember from yesterday, on day one, you would have $109,200, which is great because if you remember, it was $10,000 initially invested. So that is almost 11 times your money on day one. That's a win any day of the week. So if you want to do that, there is absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. If you wait for it to hit $20, you'll have $156,000 even, which is even better. And if you wait for $25 and sell everything, you'll have almost $200,000, which, again, nothing wrong with just selling everything because then you're out. You have zero risk. If Croesus flops on the day after you make this sale, you don't care because you already have your BTC in your wallet. It doesn't matter to you. However, assuming that the platform is around for 6 months or longer, you could be leaving money on the table. So let's go ahead and explore that option. Sticking to the plan after the first month. So at this point, you have only sold those referral tokens on day one to get your initial investment times 4 back. And you have taken out one loan that's paying you $420 a day. So after 30 days, you will have made a grand total of $51,800. After 2 months, remember we're going to assume that the second price point has been made. So now you've had 2 full months on the first loan, and you're getting your first month on the second loan. So that number is going to jump up to $77,000. That's both the sale of the referral tokens, the 2 months on the first loan, and the month on the second loan. All adds up to 77 even, which is kind of nice. After 90 days, you'll have $102,200 that you have withdrawn. Now, keep in mind, guys, pulling money off of these platforms is going to cost you a withdrawal fee. So these numbers will be slightly less, depending on how often you have withdrawn, which you should be drawing daily if you're making this much in interest. You should be pulling that off daily. But these are just even numbers, assuming you're just leaving it on the screen. This is what you will have. So after the third month, you'll be almost at your break-even point as if you had sold it all on day one. You had $102,200. That's taking into account everything that I have said. Just add one more month onto each of those loans. Now, the fourth month is where you will surpass if you had sold at day one, but you'll still be underneath if you had sold everything at $20. You'll have $127,400. Now, month 5 is where it gets really interesting. It jumps up dramatically, almost another $100,000. The reason for that is you're getting one more month of interest on each of those 2 loans. Plus, this is where we have hit our final price point, and we are now getting our big loan. That's the $75,000 loan. That's going to get us $33,750 a day, or a month. Sorry, a day would be amazing. And if you remember correctly, we also said that we were going to pay ourselves for having that patience, and we were going to sell off the rest of those tokens. That's another $37,000 in your pocket. It'll be more because of staking, and this, actually I could have gone through and figured out the exact number of tokens, assuming this timeline, but I didn't, and I really don't feel like doing any more math today. It's been a long day. So after 5 months is when you would blow everything out of the water, assuming you sold for $25 or less. After 6 months, you'll have $282,316 in your pocket off of an initial $10,000 investment, which is fantastic. That you should be absolutely ecstatic. And if it collapsed the next day with all that money still on, you now that you have all 3 of those loans going, it's finally rolling through. It only lasted a month or 2. It would still be a pretty good day. Now, with that in mind, you always have to remember these lending platforms do have an expiration date. They go bad. They fold. They go under. It's business. It happens all the time. So you just don't know. The one advantage of selling everything up front or as soon as it hits that price point, which according to our same assumptions that we're making here, you'd have that $25 price point within the first month. So very, very limited exposure for a lot of profit. That's almost 20x on your initial investment, which is a damn good day. However, assuming that it's going to last for 5 months or more, you will get more money in your pocket by sticking to the lending plan and starting the new loans when appropriate, according to the plan that we laid out yesterday. So for everyone that was interested, there are definitely points to be made about selling and getting out, especially for 10, 15, 20x. That's not a bad day at all. There are a lot of things to be said about the lending and getting that passive income and continuing to do, it's just these numbers would go up and up and up. For example, if this ran for a whole year, you would have way more money than if you had just sold at $25 or $30 or whatever the price point was. It really wouldn't matter because you just have so much money rolling in constantly. But as I said, every day that you're on this platform increases the risk that tomorrow is going to be the day. So there is a lot to be said about each of those plans. And you can also do a split plan where, you know, you're holding and you're waiting until it hits, I don't know, $40, and you're going to sell half then, and then lend the other half. You know, and I can do a whole other video on that. It'd be a lot shorter. But I just real quick wanted to, you know, put this information out here. And like I said, it's making some assumptions, so it's not perfect. If you had 10 grand at the start and you had these exact tokens, I can almost guarantee you that the numbers that I have on the plan after X amount of months would be a little bit off, just because they're assuming that you're hitting the certain price points on 1 month intervals exactly, which probably wouldn't happen. And they're assuming that the first price point's after 1 month, and the second price point happens in the 4th month. You know, so 4 whole months of withdrawing interest, which 4 months in crypto is a long time, guys. It is a long time. So use this information at your discretion. Do not send me emails or whatever if you follow this plan to the T and you don't have the exact dollar amounts that I laid out. This is just another tool for you to use to develop your plan to find out when you are comfortable pulling out and how long you're comfortable staying in. As always, stay hungry, go make that money, and happy hunting, wolves. Hey guys, real quick, I was going to talk about Robinhood. Robinhood is a way to buy and sell stocks like Apple or Ford Motor Company or whatever. You know, they've got Vanguards on there, all kinds of good stuff. You can buy and sell for free, and it's really quick. But I found out today that they're going into cryptocurrencies next month. So it'll be a place where you can buy your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. And I think there's 16 total that they have planned for February. Probably going to be adding more as they go along and get more into it. I'm pretty excited about this thing because it could be a really good way to get out of Coinbase, which I have a lot of issues with Coinbase. They take way too damn long to buy your Bitcoin. 10 days is ludicrous. You know, and then they've got some pretty hefty fees for transferring it to your actual wallet because they don't approve of some of the stuff that we do with Bitcoin. So if they find out that you've been doing something that they don't like, they'll just deactivate your damn account. You know, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. All your Bitcoin that would be on there or anything that was pending is just gone. Just out of here. So this promises no fees. Should be pretty quick. I'm excited about it. Obviously, it has not launched yet. It tracks Bitcoin in real time. As you can see, since this video started, it's jumped up and down a few different times. That's kind of cool to look at, but if you know anything about Bitcoin, don't pay attention to the up and down and up and down and up and down and the lulls and all this stuff. Unless you just have way too much money and you can afford to try and jump on these spikes just over and over and over and try and buy the dips and sell the highs and all this day trading bullshit. That's not for me. I don't want to sit here and stare at a computer screen all day. That's just not me. So as this goes along, as I get a little bit more experience into this particular app, I'll give you some updates, but it could be a potential Coinbase killer. I'm going to go ahead and drop this link. If you use mine or anyone else's, you'll get a free stock, you and me both. Why not? You know, it's free money for both of us. Could be nice, whatever. I'm more excited about the possible Coinbase killer because I want to get out of Coinbase. Anyway, happy hunting, guys. Have a great day.